Hey guys, it's Katie here with Life in Mundane and welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you guys 3 tips of what to do when you are in quarantine with your kids, whether that is an official quarantine or just a social distancing, trying to stay home, maybe your schools have closed, whatever the reason is. I'm going to give you 5 tips on ways to survive and thrive in this new environment. And we're actually going to have a couple different videos around topics similar to this, so be sure to subscribe if you want to see more ideas and tips and tricks for you guys. So let's get started. As a homeschool mom of 6 kids with many years of experience, I am a second-generation homeschooler. I did want to bring you guys this video. I do want to say up front that these are trying times. There's not really one right way to navigate this. I mean, I can't really say that many of us, if any of us, have ever been in this position before, right? This is all new. So give yourself a lot of grace in this situation. That's not officially a tip, but just something I want to throw in there as I think it's really, really important. And also bathe things in prayer. Guys, God is the one who is in control. He knows what is going on now. He knows what's coming ahead. Nothing catches him by surprise. So be sure to take your concerns and your questions and everything and pray and ask God for help in all of this, because without him, it wouldn't be possible. So let's jump into the tips. Tip number 1 is to set expectations and limitations. Now guys, this goes in a couple of different areas. If you are new to having your kiddos home with you, or even if you're an experienced homeschool mom and you are trying to kind of use this time to reset, always set expectations and limitations. And the first one to set, I think it's applicable to pretty much everybody, is to figure out what your rules are going to be as far as screen time, guys. It is so easy when our kids are home, especially something unexpected like this, to just have screens on all the time. Whether it's TV or educational games or video games or whatever, guys, you need to figure out what your rules are going to be. Don't make them too strenuous where you can't stick to them. There is going to be a lot of need for some screen time during this time, especially if your kids are used to that already. And so give yourself some grace there and be realistic with what really should be done before screens are set. But set that time, whether it's how much time or what time of the day. I have done a video before on a list that we use during the summer to make our screen lean summer, not a screen free, but a screen lean summer. And you guys can check that out above if you guys want other ideas on how you can do that. But definitely think through what you want to do as far as that goes, because I promise if you just let it go, it'll get out of control really, really fast. The second thing within that setting limitations and expectations is to set limits on the food, guys. If you are new to having your kids at home, let me share a little homeschool tip. They are like hobbits. They eat so much food. Kids who are home have a lot of time, unlimited access to the pantry, and that can be very costly, expensive, and also not good for their health. So one thing that we do is we limit and restrict when the kitchen is open and what's available. I've done a video on our snack time as well. If you guys want to see kind of how we set that up, you can do it however you want. You don't have to do it the way we do it, but I would just suggest setting limitations, whether that's certain times of day that they're going to have snacks, or how many snacks they're going to have a day, or which snacks they have access to all day long, because you don't want to be going to the store that often during this time. And you just, for their sake and their health, to make sure they're actually eating their meals, you're probably going to want to set limitations on that. And that may not be something you're used to doing before, but it's worth looking into. The third thing within this category is setting the expectation of chores or helping around the house. More people in the house more often means more opportunity for mess, guys. It also means more opportunity for memory making, but in order to have time and, the sanity to get to the memory making, you're gonna need some help with the mess. So whether you decide you want to assign your kids chores, whether you decide you want to simply have them do like a 15-minute pickup once or twice a day, whatever it is, whether it's just you want to have them help here or there with whatever task you ask, that's fine. But set up some expectations that they're going to need to help around the house. So it requires the whole family to jump in. It's just part of being a family. Tip number 2 is you all need to understand that we are made to be social beings. We are not created to be in isolation, okay? We are having to do this for a time to care for and protect one another, but we are not called to be in isolation. So God didn't create our bodies to work that way. So we can't just close the doors, batten down the hatches, and stay home and do nothing, no social interaction other than with our immediate family. we need to think of ways to connect our kids to the outside world without actually going out into the outside world, okay? So a couple of ways that you can do this is to go old school and start writing letters again. You can write letters, I've seen around Facebook a lot to, write letters, draw pictures, send them to nursing homes, but also guys, just writing letters to friends and family and relatives out of town can be super fun. Have them write to your kids back and have them write about the state they live in or things that are going on that are educational that they can learn about while they're having that exchange. It's great handwriting practice, it's great spelling practice, it's great writing practice, and just good life skills in general. And how fun is it to get a letter in the mail? That'll definitely help to pep you up during a tough day. Another is to Skype, FaceTime, whatever you like to use, but to do that with friends. So we actually have been doing this week and have had a lot of fun getting to do some virtual playdate kind of things. I have a great friend who had this awesome idea, and so we today and for the rest of this week, we're going to be doing some different scavenger hunts with our kids. So we just use Facebook, guys, and we FaceTime through Facebook, whatever it's called, through Facebook, and we talk with the kids and we give them the list of things that they're going to have to hunt for, and we give them a time limit and say, okay, you've got 15 minutes to find these items, go. And then we hang up the call. The kids in both families are looking for those items, and then when the time ends, we call each other back, and the kids get to show off which items they found or which items they forgot or missed or whatever. And so it's been super fun. And there's so many different ones. We did one on St. Patrick's Day. We're doing a selfie one. We're going to do a nature one. But yeah, just something as easy as that. It took 15 minutes out of my day to do that with my kids, but it gave them that social interaction. It gave them something fun to do. And it was really neat to be able to connect with someone else throughout the day. So understand that they're social beings. Also understand that having all of their events canceled and things are very, very hard on you, but on them as well. They don't understand what's going on, or maybe they do and there's a lot of anxiety around it. Whatever it is, just understand that that is hard for them and acknowledge that. Allow them to be sad about it. It's okay that it's hard. One way that we're helping our kids, if you guys follow me on Facebook, if you don't, you can check that out down below. But if you guys follow us on Facebook, one thing we're trying is to do, to have them see the faces of the people that they're helping to protect. So you guys can join in on this. I would love for you guys to go over to Facebook and drop your pictures down. But basically, I've asked my Facebook followers to please drop a picture of someone in your family or someone you know personally who is in the at-risk category, whether that's because of age or pre-existing conditions, but just to be able to show the kids and say, this is who you are staying home to protect. This is who we are doing this for. We're sacrificing and giving up our sports and our church activities and our co-ops and our field trips and all these fun things, but it's in an effort to protect these people. They have faces, they have names, they have stories. These are people you know, people who are friends of people you know, grandparents of people you know. And it's been really cool to see my kids connect more with that purpose behind it when they can see those faces. The third tip kind of goes along with those lines, but it is take advantage of the technology that is out there, guys. A couple of the ways you could do this is to take advantage of all of these virtual field trips. I'm sure if you guys are on Facebook or Instagram, you guys have seen, but there are tons of amazing resources out there right now that are totally free. There is like ABC Mouse that's doing a free month that you guys can do at home. There are a lot of different companies like that that are doing free months of services that you can do at home. There are free virtual field trips that you can take with your kids. I've heard really great things about that. We're going to try some later this week. You can do, there are plenty of free apps. I am working on it. It's not fully done, but I am working on filling up my Pinterest board. If you guys follow us, Life at the Mundane, on Pinterest, and you guys can check out a whole bunch of these links and ideas. And there's some really neat resources there that are not only free right now because of the coronavirus and companies that are offering these, but also just free apps that we've been using for years and really, really love. So I'm going to dump all of that in a quarantine for kids file, and I hope you guys will enjoy checking that out, and feel free to share. Let me know what you guys have found. I'm always up for new ideas. Another way to use the technology is to use there's many different kind of apps out there. Like I said, there's FaceTime, you can use Facebook, there's there's Skype. There's also a company called Jitsi, and I will link them down below, but basically we have found to really like them. You can create a room, and anybody who has that link can join in, and it is video chat, but you can also screen share, and you guys can do things like that. So we are actually moving to that for our co-op. We have a science co-op every single week or every other week, and where we do science experiments together, and the kids share something that they've learned that week, kind of a show and tell type thing in science. And so we are actually going to be moving our co-op to that platform. And so every Friday we will just log into our room, and the kids will get to do their show and tell and get to show off their stuff. And then we're just going to keep doing the science experiments, but I'm going to do mine here, and my friend is going to do hers at her house, and the kids will get to do it right alongside each other on camera, or maybe I'll do it and the kids on the other side will watch. I don't know. But depending on what the experiment is, we'll do it that way. But you can still do co-ops and science experiments. You could have a book club. Pick a book that your kids are really interested in and get a few friends together. With Jitsi, you can actually use multiple screens. So that's really nice. Like multiple people calling in, which is great, and it's totally free. And so have them do a book club, have them read through the book, and at the end of the week discuss the chapter. These are great ways to acknowledge and the need for socialization. It does not replace it, guys. Long term, this is not going to sustain us, but it will help keep us sane for right now. Also, if you guys saw my video, the last video I did on homeschooling year-round, I mentioned a family project that we're going to be working on over the summer. We might bump that up depending on how things go, but it was to kind of do our family tree and our family history, and to interview grandparents and aunts and uncles and stuff like that. Well, guys, what better time than now, when many of us are just stuck at home, to start doing that? And you can have your kids call their grandparents or send emails, questionnaires. There's great Google forms that you can create for free that you could send out to all the family members to gather their information, and you guys could start compiling some of that stuff. That would be a great activity and a way to use the technology that we have right now. So those are just a few tips. Honestly, guys, that's just the tip of the iceberg of tips that I have to share with you guys, but I want to keep these videos semi-short instead of running on and on. So be sure to subscribe, because I'm going to have even more videos coming out. The video on Saturday is all going to be about ideas on ways to do creative indoor recess or indoor exercises, getting those wiggles out when you're stuck inside. We're going to do an entire video dedicated to that, and then we'll also have more videos coming out soon with some more tips on just getting started on this process. How do you handle the overwhelm? How do you set up a schedule when you're not used to this routine? So I post videos every Wednesday and Saturday, and all about homeschooling and home management and parenting, and a lot of this is going to be affected by what's going on in the world, and I really want to give you guys relevant information. So let me know what would be most helpful to you guys. Drop it down in the comments, and let me know what you guys are most excited to see, because that's what I want to help get out there as fast as I can for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.